USA and Elon Musk finally reveal new light-speed engine that defies physics. Despite all the new discoveries that are made every day, the massive cosmic space remains a mystery. Science has not yet progressed far enough to shorten the time needed for interplanetary travel. Because it takes years and years to travel between distant cosmic bodies and conduct space investigation, they may have only decoded a figment of what is out there. With the current average speed of technology, it would take numerous human lifetimes to even get close to uncovering a significant piece of cosmic space and making some progress. But what if we told you that SpaceX's eccentric creator has cracked the secret and discovered a way to turn physics on its head? Today we're going to talk about USA and Elon Musk finally revealing the new light-speed engine that defies physics. How have humans made it possible to travel at the speed of light? Is it all just theoretical, or is there truth to it? Well, stick around to the end as we answer these questions and more. So let's dive right in. Basically, NASA has just successfully test-fired a new type of engine that promises to make space travel cheaper and faster. Currently, most commercial and military rockets use chemical fuels, which have to be pre-made on Earth and then loaded into rocket boosters prior to launch. Not only is this expensive and extremely complex, but it also limits how much weight can be lifted off on the Earth's surface. The new experimental engine runs on alternative form of fuel, electricity. It might sound crazy at first, but when you consider that 95% of everything you do in life involves using electricity at some point, it doesn't seem so far-fetched anymore. In September, Musk and a team of scientists at NASA announced their design for a revolutionary rocket they called the Raptor. It can withstand more than 500,000 pounds of thrust and run on liquid methane rather than traditional kerosene, meaning it would produce 30% less carbon dioxide emissions. But to make its way into space, engineers first need to successfully demonstrate that it works here on Earth. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to do short flights, sort of up and down flights, probably sometime in the first half of next year, Steve Jurchak, Associate Administrator for NASA's Space Technology Mission Directorate, told Mashable in an interview. But what are they building? Basically, it's a giant super heavy lift launch vehicle and booster rocket combo, capable of lifting 170 metric tons into low Earth orbit. To put that into perspective, Falcon Heavy, SpaceX's newly operational heavy lift rocket, is capable of lifting 54 metric tons. That means a single Raptor engine could potentially replace all three first-stage Merlin engines used on today's Falcon 9 launch vehicle. The Raptor is also different from most traditional rockets in that it'll run on liquid methane rather than kerosene, which has been used since the 1950s. Methane is cleaner and easier to produce than traditional rocket fuel, but it is also extremely difficult to handle. The amount of energy needed to liquefy methane means conventional rocket engines can't use it as a propellant. They would burn up because they couldn't contain such high pressure and heat. But SpaceX seems poised to figure out how to harness that power with Raptor. The experimental engine generates a whopping 420,000 pounds of thrust using methane as fuel and liquid oxygen as an oxidizer. The EM drive produces thrust by bouncing microwaves back and forth inside a closed chamber. The electromagnetic fields that result from these back and forths also produce an equal and opposite reaction, causing acceleration in one direction. In order to power it, you need to use solar energy, or some other kind of outside energy supply, which could be another spacecraft like a satellite, or even a ground station receiving radio waves. But so far, experiments with systems like these have been unable to create enough force to overcome drag, the slowing force created by friction between air molecules as an object moves through them, or to make any meaningful changes in trajectory. And now, researchers working on a NASA-funded study have found that what's supposed to be impossible actually is, at least in some cases. A team at EagleWorks Laboratories has completed tests of an electromagnetic drive under conditions similar to those you might experience in deep space. And they claim that these tests confirm a thrust-to-power ratio of 1:4, which is greater than any of their calculations predicted for such a device and could open up new possibilities for deep space exploration. Elon Musk is taking science fiction a step closer to reality. His company, SpaceX, says that it has created a thruster system that defies physics and has successfully tested it. The rocket propulsion system uses electrically charged gas and can achieve speeds up to 65 kilometers per second, or about 135,000 miles per hour. The engine is made from super lightweight carbon fiber fuel tanks with cold gas thrusters. It doesn't use any type of propellant, meaning it doesn't expel any byproducts into space. Instead, as Wired explains, The engine produces thrust by accelerating superheated plasma with magnetic fields, which also means there are no fumes being expelled from combustion. These types of engines are known as electric thrusters, but they work very differently from those used in SpaceX's Falcon 9 rockets. These thrusters create thrust by propelling pressurized gas, whereas electric ones produce a charged plasma that emits ions to push a craft forward. The electric engine developed by SpaceX is reportedly more powerful than conventional gridded ion thrusters and could power manned missions to Mars and beyond. It could also cut down on travel time for spacebound cargo because it requires less propellant, which can be expensive to launch into orbit. The technology is still being tested, and further development is needed before it'll be ready for spaceflight. It's been submitted for peer review, and NASA experts think it has potential, at least on paper. So are you guys enjoying the video? Is it even possible for humans to travel at the speed of light? We know the answer, but do you? So while you think, do subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to receive instant notification about all our future videos. Some say it's impossible to travel at high speeds through space, but that hasn't stopped Elon Musk from claiming he can do it. His idea is to create a light-speed engine that'll take us to Mars in just 70 days. Such an engine defies physics and would mean traveling faster than 186,000 miles per second. But why has he chosen to do it? To answer these questions, let's examine how light-speed engines work. There are a few ways that we could travel at light speed, but first, we need to understand how light works. As it travels through space, every atom in its path interacts with it. This slows it down and even stops it completely if there's no matter around to pass through. Because of these interactions, light has a maximum velocity of 186,000 miles per second, meaning that's as fast as it can go through empty space. Since nothing can travel faster than light without breaking physics rules, if we want to catch up with a distant star in our lifetime, we have to find another way to get there besides traveling directly towards it. Until very recently, it's been generally accepted that nothing in our current state of technology could even begin to move at a velocity close to what we consider light speed. Some estimates place us thousands or even tens of thousands of years away from ever achieving it. That being said, we're often surprised by what science and technology are able to accomplish, and scientists have now managed to make an engine capable of reaching a mere 10% of light speed, defying these previously held assumptions about what's possible for our technological capabilities in today's day and age. The invention of an engine that could reach such high speeds would allow us to travel through space much more efficiently than before. Musk's engine represents a huge leap in mankind's capability to traverse space and a massive point of progress for humanity. The technology could revolutionize our ability to travel among other planets, explore deeper parts of our solar system, and even leave our galaxy. If successful, Elon Musk will go down in history as not only one of Silicon Valley's most popular figures, but also as a giant among scientists and engineers alike. This is definitely an exciting time to be alive. So, do you think Elon Musk will be able to break the barrier of light and defy the laws of physics? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to watch more of our amazing videos, then stay tuned.